Hi everyone, my name is Lubaba, and I'm super excited to introduce you to RarePath. This project is deeply personal. My cousin has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and when we were looking for clinical trials back in Morocco, information was scattered across different sources, and the eligibility criteria were confusing with requirements hard to understand. I thought this hackathon would be a perfect opportunity to build something that could help other families facing similar challenges. So, what does RarePath do? The agents match rare disease patients to clinical trials and explain the reasoning to both families and researchers who are trying to understand trial landscape and enrollment patterns. So, let me show you how it works. So this is our main interface. So let's say you want to find all trials related to Duchenne. I'm going to use the built-in example just to save time, but of course you can add any condition and location. Actually, let's switch from California to France. Once you have all your criteria, you can hit Find Trials and find all the trials that match these criteria and are currently open. We fetch information from clinicaltrials.gov after running a PubMed search. So that's two retrievals happening. So what is happening here? Our eligibility agent evaluates complex criteria and the reasoning agent creates human readable explanations of why you're a match and if you're a high or low match, but also the reason behind it. Now, if you want to get in touch with the clinical trials coordinator, you can reach out directly from the app as it generates the email. But say you want to save it for later. You can click the button, the trials go to your saved trials where you can export the list and write emails later. What also matters is staying up to date with what's happening with the trials that you saved. And this is where the watch list comes into play. So if a trial stops recruiting or gets complicated, you receive a notification. These are the most basic features. However, the reality is very different. Real patients have much more complex criteria. So let's go to the advanced clinical matching. If you have all the detailed information of your condition, let me show you how it works. So let's take, for example, acute myeloid leukemia patient. Look at all these tabs. So here we have lab values, medical history, performance status. These are information that you can have as a patient. Not always, but you can add them to have even more precise matching with your trials. This gives you a just more comprehensive profile of why you are the right match with this eligibility agent. When we search for trials now, there will obviously be more specific and you get both the level of matching plus a numerical score. Again, you can see why it's a match. Go to the trial website. You can also draft the email, get trial details, and see the research context from PubMed. Here, for example, you can see that it's a lower match with the detailed explanation of why. That's the most basic feature of the app. Now, let's move to my favorite part, the pattern analysis. This is where our pattern mining agent analyzes research trends and trial landscape. Now, we get a deeper insight on AML, so the disease. You can see publications related to the disease, how active the research momentum is, whether it's accelerating or declining. All information are fetched from PubMed. Then we get clinical trial insights showing common age ranges from trials, what genetic information is required, and how frequently specific mutation and where current open trials are happening geographically. And finally, the knowledge graph. This takes all the trials that were listed, so here for AML, and shows you the interconnected network of institution, treatments, researchers, and how they're all connected. It helps you understand collaboration opportunities and the broader research landscape. So that's a quick overview of what the platform does. You can go back and look for another disease, say A-wing sarcoma. And again, look for trials. You can see the patterns here. Explore the network. Here, for example, we can clearly see that these trials are interconnected. And this is all possible thanks to the 4 agents working together and with the data being fetched from clinicaltrials.gov as well as PubMed.